very happy, folks, to be joined on the program today by Santa Claus himself. Happy Christmas, Santa.
Can you hear me, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you all the way from wherever you might be.
Oh, back in the North Pole. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I think so. That's going to be a few words we hear a lot today.
Yes,
but it's a very pleasant day, isn't it? Eh? And you've been working so damned hard.
Well, thank you. Yes. Normally, I'd finish delivering all the presents to the boys and girls and then go straight to bed. But just for you, Peter, and the listeners of Kando FM, I've decided to give you a very special and exclusive interview on Christmas Day.
Well, we are delighted to have you with us. I must say, I was expecting to see a very knackered Santa Claus this morning after all that traveling you've done throughout the night to deliver all those presents to all those homes all over the world.
No. That's all the joy on the boys and girls' faces the next morning. That's all the energy I need. All the energy.
So how on earth do you manage to keep going?
Well, I do have a little secret. It's the mince pies and milk. They
that's
give me
what it
all
is.
the energy I need. That's why the boys and girls, and cookies, of course. I won't touch the odd glass of whiskey, of course. I do have the odd mother and father that leave me a glass of whiskey. But, of course, I am not allowed to drink and drive the reindeer. So
I suppose
milk and cookies, milk and mince pies are just what I need.
But what if the whiskey's for the reindeer?
Oh, no. Why do you think Rudolph got his red nose? No, he's on the wagon. No.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, we're going to have lots of Christmas tunes today throughout the day, and hopefully you're going to be finding something with it all that you're going to like. And normally on my program, I feature 4 brand new artists that people have never, ever heard of before. And I'm just wondering if you've been listening to Kando FM at all, and whether it was one of the festive ones that particularly stood out for you.
Yes, there's one from that new film, Loss Adjuster.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, that was only released last week.
That's my Boxing Day bet, The Accumulator. The Loss Adjuster, and it's sung by a young lady called Beverly. Oh, where do I do most of my work?
Beverly Knight.
Knight, that's it, yes.
Yes. Okay, we'll play that one for you, Santa.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'll just get Mrs. Claus, and she'll listen as well, because she likes that one.
Now, I know that you, on your trips around the world, you leave special things for the kids.
Yes.
And they leave special things for you. And you've already told us about what you do with the mince pies and that, because they keep you going all night. Now, I know occasionally there'll be a little trinket on the tree for you. Now, are you tempted to take those, or what do you do with them?
Unless they are left out for me by the fireplace, I do not touch anything in the house, because I respect everybody. And of course, my elves are there. The elves on the shelf are all about, and they also tell me what I can and cannot take. But if somebody would care to leave me a trinket, I am honored. And I have a tree full of them back at the North Pole. But, of course, I have to be 100% sure that they are left for me.
So they must be by the fireplace, by the treat, by the drink of the mince pie if they want you to take it.
Yes, most definitely.
That's brilliant. Now, the houses are a lot more secure than they used to be, with all these alarm systems, and many don't have chimneys anymore. I mean, how on earth do you manage to get past it all without waking anybody up?
Easy. Santa has a magic key. Now, I still prefer to get down the chimneys. That's so much quicker when you're delivering to so many presents to so many children around the world. But if there is no chimney, or if the chimney is blocked, we have a magic key that opens a portal, so Santa can enter every house. Oh, by the way, with the permission of all the police forces all over the world, of course. Yes, but no, absolutely no problem getting in there, Peter.
Brilliant. Santa, just don't come quite so close to the microphone when you're responding, because we're just distorting a little bit from the North Pole there. I know it's a long way. Okay,
will do, Peter. Sorry. Me and technology, you know.
Me too. It's a whole new world down here, I tell you. Yeah. But we'll have to struggle through and make it through. And it's sort of part of the challenges that we have to face in our world these days, along with COVID. I mean, how on earth did you keep yourself safe on your journeys around the world with all the different rules and regulations in the countries?
Well, of course, I had special permission to travel around the world. We contacted all the various nations. But of course, keeping my distance isn't a problem when I'm delivering the presents because, of course, all the mums and dads and all the children are asleep when I deliver the presents. So there is absolutely no problem. But we haven't gone totally unscathed off at the North Pole. We've had our fair share of COVID cases in the North Pole. And of course, when we've had to work and make the presents, we have to keep 2 meters and we have to keep 2 meters apart and we have to keep our distance and safe and isolate when we catch the disease. Thankfully, myself and Mrs. Claus haven't, but 1 or 2 of the elves has. And that is one of the main reasons, Peter, that we've worked so hard and tried to get so many presents out to all the boys and girls, but sometimes we haven't managed to achieve it. And what I would say is next year we will try twice as hard and become twice as fast. But if you haven't got what you wanted for Christmas, don't worry, Santa did try to get them to you.
That's a special message for everybody out there who didn't quite get what they put on their Santa list. But it's never possible for everything to be got for everybody, is it now?
No. We did try, but as I say, working 2 meters apart, etc., did slow us down a little bit. But the elves have been magnificent, as they always have been.
Now, on your trips around the world last night, did you notice all those people stood on their doorsteps at 6 o'clock and ringing those bells for you to cheer everybody up, and then following it by even some carols? I just wonder if you managed to hear any of those, because around the world it would all have been staggered, and I'm just wondering whether that would have helped you on your journey and whether you actually heard them.
I didn't hear them personally because obviously when I turn up in the time zones, everybody's asleep, as I said before. But one of the elves was so moved by it, he sent me a what's called YouTube video it all. And I tell you what, Peter, it was so moving. Hasn't 2020, for all the downside of 2020, it really has brought people around the world together. And it was so lovely to see it all. And it warmed my heart and kept me going through the night.
I tell you what, there's been a rush to buy the bells this year. People have been selling out of them.
I know. Singing jingle bells for years to come.
I hope so. I seriously hope so. Now, I remember somewhere that you used to dress in green.
Yes.
But for some reason, it changed to red. I mean, what's all that about?
Oh, very simple, Peter. Santa's a Manchester United fan. Yes, which up the Reds, which you as a Manchester City fan, Peter, will know all about. And I must say, Peter, being a Manchester City fan, that's why you are always bordering on the naughty list.
Well, I can understand that. But there again, you see, I'm surrounded by Reds in my family. So, it's a pressure I've had to bear over all these years.
Yes,
but we have
a red.
But just recently, Santa, we've had a slightly better trophy record than yourselves. Although in the past, the Uniteds have certainly put us to shame, I would say.
Yes, most definitely. And our time will come again. I'm all set. When I've had a good nap, I'm all set for the usual Boxing Day game. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, the Manchester derby this year was a bit of a damp squid, if you don't mind me saying.
It did help me sleep, Peter, I must admit. It helped me get a nap before delivering the presents, yes.
It was rather tedious, to say the least, but less of football. So the green was turned to red just purely because you found Manchester United in your life. Oh. I am so desperately disappointed. I'll be looking forward to when it turns to sky blue.
No, I don't think there's much chance of that.
Now, over the years, there's been hundreds, if not thousands, of Christmas tunes that have been recorded. And I'm just wondering if there was one that stood out to you or Mrs. Claus for this year?
Well, I do know that Mrs. Claus is very fond of Robert Williams.
Robbie Williams, yes.
Robbie,
yes.
That's it, Robbie, yes. And his Christmas tune, the name just escapes me for the minute.
Oh, he's got one out at the moment called You Can't Stop Christmas, which is a bit of a jibe on the world we've lived in with COVID over the last year. And it's doing very well.
Yes. Well, Mrs. Claus, come and listen to this. He's going to play a bit of Robbie.
Yeah, I'll definitely put it on for you now.
Thank you. I'll start rocking away.
Do you want a break or do you want to carry on?
No, carry on. Yeah, fine.
Okay. We've not got much to do anyway.
Yeah.
So welcome back, Santa.
Welcome back to you. That was a fantastic. Mrs. Claus was jiving around the kitchen there to young Robert.
I'm a bit scared of the image of that.
Oh no, you'd be even more scared if I started dancing.
1 year. If you come on the show next year, we'll definitely get that lined up for you.
Yeah.
Something you really, whatever you're rocking around the Christmas tree.
Oh no, it'd have to be break dancing. That's an Olympic sport now, isn't it? Break dancing.
Oh yeah, apparently next year. It's a bit scary myself. I never actually considered it a sport.
No.
More of one of those high-risk activities.
Yes, I don't fancy spinning on my head, to be quite honest. But anyway,
No, it'll be entertaining Olympics anyway.
Yes.
So in all your travels around the world, all these different years, what's the weirdest experience you've ever encountered?
Well, of course, some people try to stay awake to catch a glimpse of me, and they never quite make it, because when I come down, they are always flat out in front of the fire or on the chair. I did get quite an irate letter left with one mince pie and milk this year from a rather irate young lady who said, I made too much mess last year, leaving crumbs all over the place, and could I be a bit more careful when I was eating my mince pie and glass of milk, which I duly obliged. But no, people tend to be very, very good. I was approached by one gentleman that stayed awake 1 year, who approached me with a shotgun, which was quite alarming. But once he realised who I was, a few ho-ho-hos, and he was perfectly all right, and let me get on with what I was doing. But most people are absolutely wonderful. I think Christmas is a time of year where everybody forgets all their troubles, and everybody has a little bit of cheer and Christmas spirit. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah, and we're all going to do it in our bubbles this year.
Oh, yes. Stay safe. We're staying safe. The elves are all in their bubbles now, and they have today off. And then, of course, we start tomorrow planning for the next year.
Okay. Now, I'd just like to ask you, after such a hectic night,
yes,
and you must be exhausted, I mean, how on earth are you going to settle back after all the excitement that you've given into all these lives all around the world? And what are you going to do this afternoon?
Sleep. I'm going to have a cup of Mrs. Claus's magic cocoa that sends me to sleep and knocks me off. And then I will rest, of course, after giving my Christmas message to the elves and maybe having a spot of Christmas lunch. But I need to sleep. I am very, very tired. And the effect of the mince pies and milk are starting to wear off now. So apologies if I nod off before the end of this transmission. But all fit and well for Boxing Day, and start again planning for next year.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be in for a very, very hectic year, because there's more and more kids coming into the world, more and more excitement for next year and onwards. And I'm going to be really cruel now. I'm going to ask you just about when things start for planning Christmas 2021.
Boxing Day. We have a planning meeting and start making the toys. Of course, we don't know what are the what are the popular toys. We won't know that till about halfway through 2021. But we will make all the family favourites now. And it's a lot of planning. There are a lot of toys to make, a lot of naughty lists and good lists to go through. So we start on Boxing Day. And the elves, they have Christmas Day, and then they're straight at it.
Oh, you're a hard taskmaster, you know.
No, I love it.
I think we should get you into BAE. We'd never have a sub like then.
Oh, I don't know. Stick a red nose on the end of it, and it'll be all right.
Oh, you see, they haven't done that yet.
No.
That would be a deterrent, wouldn't it?
Yes. Now Rudolph tears around the world.
Yes. What are you going to do for a holiday? You've got to have a holiday next year. You really have, because there's been no chance of one in 2020.
No. Believe, between you and me and the listeners, Mrs. Claus and I quite like Benidorm. Yes, we like a few pubs and clubs. We let our hair down, so to speak. But yes, a bit of Benidorm, or maybe somewhere we want somewhere total contrast from the cold. We do like just a few days of warmth and sunshine and a bit of swimming and diving in the sea. Would you recommend anywhere?
Well, I'd certainly recommend the Greek islands. Yes, very fond of the Greek islands. But I'm wherever there's some sunshine, you may just find me.
Yes, yeah. Most definitely. We might have to catch up for a pint.
Oh, I think that would be a wonderful thing to do on your holidays without your outfit and not having to think about work for a few days,
Only
just
for a few
relaxing
days,
in the
though.
sun. That would be a super thing for Santa Claus to do.
And
I'm really, really grateful for you sparing some time after your busy trips around the world. And I just want to make sure that you just enjoy the rest of your day, even though you're going to be sleeping, and that you just give a little bit of leeway to those elves for a few days whilst they get back into the swing of things. Thanks ever so much, Santa. Have a very Merry Christmas, whatever you get up to, even if it's sleeping. And I'm sure everybody's life down here on Can-Do FM land has been made a bit brighter for you coming in today on this Christmas Day 2020.
It's my pleasure, Peter, and I'd just like to wish the listeners of Can-Do FM a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And let's hope that 2021 is a lot better than 2020's been. Take care now, everybody. Ho, 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 ho.